Alrighty guys, so here we are again, different day, same grind. This time we're going to be talking Cloak and Dagger. This is a Marvel show recently released on Freeform. There are currently 2 episodes on Hulu, so if you're craving some superhero content, go ahead and check that out. As I'm sure you've already seen from the title or thumbnail above, this video will specifically focus on the first episode, First Light. Now, with that being said, let's just jump right in. I think this show, about 20-30 minutes in, showed me that this was going to be a better version of Marvel's Runaways. They were going to do the dramatic character stuff, the teen drama stuff, but they were going to have these characters act way better in these situations. And I think this show has a lot of potential. It's in the right hands for this. If you look at some of the Freeform shows, Shadowhunters, I'm thinking of the one I was just looking at yesterday, Beyond. These shows handle teen drama as well as the supernatural elements, and I think when you had Marvel's Runaways, you didn't get that expertise into that. So they were trying to do the dramatic moments, the character building moments, but they didn't have the expertise on how to do that at Hulu. But moving on to the actual show, we get an interesting dichotomy between these two characters. Obviously, in the beginning, if you've seen the episode, each of them lose a significant person in their life. Tandy loses her dad. Tyrone loses his brother. And we get a years later flash forward. And at first it starts off, you're thinking, okay, she bounced back pretty well. She's in this nice fancy dress with some type of, was that like a jewel on the back or was that the zipper? I couldn't tell. But she's at this rich party. But as the episode progresses, you see that she's gone down a not a dark path, but a bad path, a criminal path. And then you get Tyrone, who's kind of bounced back from that disaster, but it still eats at him. It's still kind of lingering in his mind. There's still some tension there. And I thought that was interesting, how they broke differently from this event. They're both at the same place. They both lost someone tragically. And it was an interesting thing to see that they flow differently. He went down a lighter path, per se, and she went down a darker path. I guess that obviously plays into the Cloak and Dagger aspect. I'll go more into that when I review the second episode. And I thought they handled building these characters up well. I do like seeing Tyrone's scene. I'm not a fan of Tandy right now. I feel like some of her scenes weren't well executed, but the show has a lot of potential, and I think she can improve. Speaking on Tandy, since I brought it up, there was a moment, and this kind of took me out of her character development. She's like a criminal, not a petty crook, because she's robbing rich people. So she's robbing these rich people, but she doesn't wear any gloves. Like, she's touching all over everything, and she hasn't been caught by the cops yet. I'm supposed to expect that she's living off of this stuff. She's thriving off of robbing rich people. They're not calling the police. They're not doing none of these things. That bothered me, and it kind of took me out of her character development for a while. I didn't really like her again until I saw what they were doing, kind of, sort of, in the second episode. I'll address that then. But Tyrone, his character development progressed rather well. They showed that he was still dealing with the issues, or the issue that happened to him, the tragedy that happened to him early in his life, and how he was trying to be a better kid, but he still has that inner anger. He still has some fire to him as he's gotten older. And I thought that was a great thing to show. The dialogue in here is significantly better in these moments. I'm not a guy that likes drama. I'm a guy that I like my action to be action. I like my superheroes to be superheroes. And I'm not really a fan of making these characters just be dramatic ploys for you to get some views on your show. I talked about that before. Don't take these characters and then just use them to get a jump start on your drama show that you want to create. But this was a very, very good character building episode. It's obviously going to start slow. We're about 5 minutes into the video. If you guys have seen the episode, go ahead and comment what you thought about the episode down below. Obviously, if you like the video, like the video. If you dislike the video, go ahead and dislike the video. I'll only cry for a little bit. Subscribe for more superhero content. This is the one and only place for the most original superhero takes. With all that being said, I'll see you guys next time.